In the early months of 2014, Studio Wildcard began development on a game that would redefine the survival genre. They aimed to create the dinosaur game of gamers' dreams, and what followed was an epic journey spanning a decade. This is the 10-year evolution of ARK. 2015, the beginning. ARK Survival Evolved entered early access on June 2nd, 2015 for PC. The game was so popular on launch, it managed to amass over 250,000 concurrent players on Steam. Due to this popularity, Studio Wildcard decided to release the game on the Xbox One game preview on December 16th, 2015. The introduction of the island, which was the game's first ever official map. Due to the early success of ARK Survival Evolved, this drove many players to start creating mods for the game. This would mean history. 2016, expanding horizons. ARK Survival's modern program was going so well that Studio Wildcard decided to start something called sponsored mods. This gave modders a chance to actually be able to earn some cash to help support their mods and build it throughout time. The official adoption of the center map became true on May 17th, 2016, and this would go also down in history. Just after that, Studio Wildcard would then release the first ever paid DLC, Scorched Earth, on September 1st, 2016, which sets the tone for paid expansions, introducing new creatures, survival mechanics, and a desert-like biome. Later that year, PS4 entered early access on December 6th, 2016, and that officially brought the PlayStation players into the ARK universe. 2017, the big launch. Studio Wildcard went ahead and released their second ever community-created mod map, Ragnarok. This map was released June 2017 for PC and July 2017 for consoles, and still to this day remains one of the most important and most played maps in the ARK mod list. Later that year, August 29th, 2017, Studio Wildcard would put ARK Survival Evolved into full release for PC, PS4 and the Xbox One. After the success of full release, the second ever paid expansion pack dropped called Aberration, December 12th, 2017. Aberration introduces new challenging mechanics like radiation zones and rock drakes. 2018, the end game. 2018 was a pretty quiet year in terms of content for ARK Survival Evolved, but there was one big one. ARK Extinction expansion released on November 6th, 2018, and Extinction concludes the ARK storyline with Titans, Element Corruption, and a grand finale. At this very point in time, many ARK players thought that was the end of the storyline, but more was set to come. Even though 2018 may have seemed like a quiet year for ARK Survival Evolved, we also, with Extinction, saw more release of the tech tier, the orbital supply drops, element veins, and also the release of cryopods. 2018 also saw the launch of ARK on Nintendo Switch and ARK on mobile, giving players an opportunity to play ARK on the go. 2019, community creations. 2019 was a very interesting year for ARK Survival Evolved. Building improvements was something players wanted more than anything. Then on March 5th, 2019, Studio Wildcard released the ARK Homestead update. This update introduced a revamped building system with structure placement improvements and new structure variants, making base building more exciting and versatile. Inspired by the Structures Plus mod, also known as the S Plus mod, this update added new features like triangle foundations, ceilings, stairs, and new greenhouse structures. Moving into June, on June 19th, 2019, Valguero was released. A new free expansion map introducing a vast new environment with unique biomes, and the Deinonychus, which was a brand new creature, also came to the map. Classic PvP servers were introduced as well into the game, and there were many events as always. 2020, a new chapter. 2020 was definitely one of the biggest years for ARK Survival Evolved, because not only did we get 2 content map launches, but there was also a huge announcement at the end of the year. So come over to February 25th, 2020, This was the first part of the Genesis expansion and the second season pass Studio Wildcard would release. Genesis Part 1 introduced a new mission-based system, new biomes including lunar, volcanic, ocean, arctic and bog, unique creatures like the Ferox, the Bloodstalker, the Magmasaur and giant turtles, and also the introduction of the HLNA, a companion AI and lore expander. Moving on further into the year, Crystal Isles was officially released June 11th, 2020. The Crystal Isles map was officially released for PC and consoles as a free DLC, and it also brought Crystal Wyverns as a new creature type. There was also the Tropio, which was added June 2020, bringing a new flying dinosaur with a saddle-mounted jet engine and weaponry. And if that wasn't enough for players, at the Game Awards 2020 on December 10th, ARK 2 was officially announced to the entire community as the sequel to ARK Survival Evolved. Studio Wildcard also announced at the Game Awards the animated series, which this was going to be the first time we would see ARK on the big screen. 2021, the finale. 2021 really got ARK players excited as we were about to find out what the true ending was for ARK Survival Evolved. Genesis Part 2 expansion launched June 3rd, 2021, the final DLC for ARK Survival Evolved. This expansion concluded the storyline, bridging the gap to ARK 2. A massive new map with diverse biomes, new creatures, one of the biggest being the Shadowmane, the Noglin and the Voidworm, and much more new items such as the Tech Bow, the Exomech, and the Federation Tech Suit. Studio Wildcard were not done with 2021 yet. On December 14th, 2021, they released a community-created map called Lost Island. This map introduced 3 new creatures, the Armagosaurus, the Sinomacrops, and the Dinopithecus, which were all voted by the community. 2022, Nostalgia and Mythology. 2022 was the final content releases for ARK Survival Evolved, but it wasn't all so doom and gloom. On June 12, 2022, Fjordur, a Nordic-inspired free map, was officially launched. Originally created by Nakatus, who is still to this day one of the best mod creators in ARK history. There was 4 unique realms and new creatures exclusive to the map, such as the Andrewsarchus, the Fjordhawk, the Desmondus, the Fenrir, and also your chance to get your hands on Thor's hammer. Stunning landscapes inspired by Norse mythology with hidden caves, unique resources, and engaging boss battles. Also in 2022, the Switch had a major update which was for the ARK Ultimate Survivor Edition, bringing improved performance, graphics, and features. 2023, a remastered experience and a time to say goodbye. 2023 was a very emotional year for the ARK community because we saw the sunset of ARK Survival Evolved. Also, early in 2023, Studio Wildcard revealed ARK Survival Ascended, a remastered version of the original ARK Survival Evolved built in Unreal Engine 5. This version promised significant visual and gameplay improvements, including dynamic water, new lighting systems, and brand new updates with revamped assets. This was to push ARK 2's release into 2024. But before the release of ARK Survival Ascended, it was the sunset of ARK Survival Evolved. Following the release of ARK Survival Ascended, support for the original game ARK Survival Evolved ceased in September 2023. The official servers for the original game were shut down to shift focus into the new remastered version. This was a very sad day for many ARK players, including myself, and it will be remembered for a very long time. Then officially in October 2023, ARK Survival Ascended was released for the PC and then was later released for the Xbox and the PlayStation in December. There were many new additions to ARK Survival Ascended's launch, with console players being able to try out mods for the first time in their history. 2024, a year of reinvention and a narrative expansion. April 2024 was the launch of the Scorched Earth remastered map for Ark Survival Ascended, the first new remastered DLC map to be added to the game completely free. Also, Bob's Tall Tales was announced, coming alongside Scorched Earth, which was a brand new expansion season pass which would support Scorched Earth, Aberration and Extinction. Bob's Tall Tales Part 1 was released for Scorched Earth, called Frontier Showdown, bringing brand new features, structures, especially the addition of the trains in Scorched Earth. Scorched Earth also saw brand new creatures such as the Phazalasuchus and the addition of the Awatosaur that was only available if you had Bob's Tall Tales, where you could revive one of your lost tames. May 22nd, 2024. Premium Mods collaboration with Overwolf. Studio Wildcard opened up modding through Overwolf's platform, allowing players to access premium, high-quality mods. This would see a brand new trend within the Ark Survival Ascended world, which allowed modders to make 50% revenue from their mod creators, allowing them to make a living. This was definitely a big change, as before, all of the mods were free, but now mod creators could be supported. June 2024. The Center Remastered was added to Ark Survival Ascended, and it's safe to say many players were excited about the Center. For years and years, players wanted the Center to get a TLC version, with even mod creators coming in to make the Center even better. Enhanced floating islands, and also the addition of the Shastasaurus, which was a giant swimming sea creature which even had its own submarine saddle. The Center Remastered also announced the first ever Fantastic Tames creature. Fantastic Tames was the first ever paid creature where players could purchase for $4.99, and this would be the Pyromane. September 5th, 2024. Aberration Ascended was finally released after a pretty long wait since the Center and the Premium mod launch. This was also the second installment of the Bob's Tall Tales DLC expansion, which was called Steampunk Ascent. Aberration saw the community voted Yeeling added to the game, as well as the new Cosmo Spider, which was included as part of Bob's Tall Tales. December 20th, 2024. The third and final DLC to be released as part of the Bob's Tall Tales DLC segment, and this was Ark Extinction Wasteland War. Wasteland War was inspired by Mad Max and introduced our new Armor Doggo. For dog lovers, this was very exciting to have your own companion pet. Also, the community voted giant Titan killer Dreadnoughtus was added into the game as one of the biggest creatures Ark has ever seen in history. Alongside a bunch of new items and structures such as the Tribe Tower, it's definitely been one to check out. 2025, the next era. We've made it to 2025, guys, and as I'm recording this documentary, it is the 23rd of January 2025. On June 2nd, 2025, Ark's official franchise will turn 10 years old. And for the remainder of this video, we are going to be going through some key events of what to expect in 2025 for Ark Survival Ascended. February 12th, 2025 will see Ark Astrius released into the official game, a Greek mythology map. Unreal Engine 5.5 update arrives March 2025, looking to improve the performance of the game. April 2025 will see the release of Ragnarok Ascended. Very exciting for many players, as it's still, as I said earlier in the documentary, one of the most played maps on Ark Survival Evolved. Then later, August 2025 will see the release of Valguero Ascended and another voted community creature. And then finally, as announced at the end of Extinction Ascended in December 2024, we'll see the release of the first paid expansion pack of Ark Survival Ascended, the Lost Colony expansion, which launches November 2025. There is still lots to come in the world of Ark Survival Ascended, and I am very excited to see how it bridges the gap into Ark 2. From humble beginnings to a global franchise, Ark has captured our imaginations for 10 years. As we look forward to the next decade, one thing is for certain, the journey is far from over.